Hello, my name is Terry H. Do you know me? I live in Portland, Oregon. I have a website called orangepapers.com and I use the screen name of Agent Orange. I chose that name because I think it makes me sound mysterious, like a secret agent. I'm really not a secret agent. I'm not even an agent of any kind. Actually, I'm not engaged in any meaningful activity at all, except to maintain my website and go to the park and feed the ducks. I like to hang around the library too, but some people stare at me because of the way I look. I started my Orange Papers website because I got angry at a counselor while I was in rehab. I forgot to mention one little detail. I'm a drunk and a drug addict, and I got so messed up from years of drugs and alcohol abuse that I had to go to rehab to get straightened out. While I was there, they made me go to group counseling. I did not want to go to counseling because I'm very smart, and I did not want anyone to tell me what to do, especially some stupid counselor who doesn't know me and know how smart I really am. I told the counselor how smart I was, and explained to the group that 12 years earlier, I had stayed straight for 3 whole years and I did it all on my own without advice from any counselor. He told me that I should listen to him so I could learn something. I reminded him I was very smart and that, just because I was in group counseling wearing a blue bathrobe and paper slippers, and hadn't cut my hair, or had a bath for 9 years, that did not mean I needed any advice from him. I did not like this counselor, so I decided I would get even with him, and with everyone in the recovery system, and especially those smug, self-assured, holier-than-thou people in Alcoholics Anonymous. That is why I started my website. I read a book called AA Cult or Cure, so I decided I would tell everyone that AA is a cult. AA is not a cult, but I wrote page after page about it, comparing AA to real cults, so gullible people would believe me and think AA is a cult. Then I collected quotes from books that I knew nobody would read, and changed the quotes. I found a book called The Natural History of Alcoholism that nobody ever read, and misquoted it extensively. It's not even about AA, but I knew that nobody would read it. Then I made up a ridiculous statistic that said that AA is completely ineffective. It was a total fabrication, but many people believed it, so that was my finest achievement. I also used quotes from the stories in the back of the big book, written by other people, and said that Bill Wilson said those things. That was a good one. People are really stupid because they don't catch on to my tricks. They don't even check the footnotes. Most of the quotes and footnotes I use are misrepresented, and I have a lot of fun fooling people. They don't bother to check, because they are not very smart. I wrote a lot of things about Bill Wilson too, and made him sound really bad. He was really not so bad, but I made people think he was greedy and evil. I keep adding new material to my website, and it is huge. I cross-link everything, so people go in circles and read the same things over and over. Here's my advice. To have a website like me, you should use manipulation, distortion, invention, word games, selective quoting, propaganda, half-truths, leaps of logic, exaggeration, fabrications, and don't be afraid to use some outright lies. It works for me. Remember, there's a sucker born every minute. Many people are gullible, and they won't even catch on. Goodbye for now. I'm going to add a new chapter to my website. It will be called, Bill Wilson is Alive and Living in Argentina with Adolf Hitler. Don't miss it.